Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine and safe at your home and taking precautions from COVID. So, students, last day we have discussed the unique system of communication about the account of Batuta, efficient postal system, and all trade routes. Today we will read Bernier and the Degenerate East. Students, there is a lot of difference between both of their thinkings, Ibn Battuta and Bernier, about the intellectuality. Bernier actually focused on comparing and contrasting. On the other side, Battuta focused on real life or practically thinker man. So Bernier's idea have been to influence policymakers about right decisions. Actually, Bernier in the Mughal Empire is marked by detailed observation, critical insights, reflection. His account contained discussion trying to play the history of Mughals. History of Mughals within some sort of a universal framework. Sort of framework. Next is Mughal India with contemporary Europe. So students, he constantly compared Mughal India with contemporary Europe, generally emphasizing the superiority of Mughals. Superior. Superiority of the latter, his representation of India works on a model on binary opposition. Works on binary opposition. Opposition. Where India is presented as the inverse of Europe. He also ordered the perceived difference hierarchically so that India appeared to be inferior to the Western world. That's why he concluded India is inferior to the Western world. So, our next topic or next question, the question of land ownership. So, according to Bernier, one of the fundamental difference between Mughal India and the Europe was the lack of private property in land in the former. Okay, he was a firm believer of private property and saw crown ownership of land as being harmful for both state and its people. मतलब अगर प्रॉपर्टी सिर्फ लैंड ओनर के पास रहती है, मुगल्स के पास ही रहती है, इट कैन बी द डेंजरस फॉर बोथ crown ownership. You can write only crown and people. So he thought that in Mughal Empire the emperor owned all the land and distributed it among his nobles, and this has had disastrous consequences. काफ़ी इसके dangerous consequences निकल सकते हैं अगर वो divide करता है between his nobles. Dangerous consequences can be okay. So this can be disastrous consequences I told you for the economy and society. And society. Okay, this perception was not unique to Bernier but is found in most travelers' account of 16th and 17th century. 16th and 17th century. So next topic is owing to crown ownership. So Bernier argued landholders could not pass on their land to their children. Yes, here Mughal owner divided his lands between nobles. But what about next? There is nothing like that their children can get. So landowners could not pass on the land to their children. To children. It is not possible at that time. Not possible. Okay. Next is Indian society. Students, Indian society as consisting of undifferentiated masses of impoverished people by a small minority of very very rich and powerful ruling classes. We have here poor people, poor ones, rich community, rich ones, and uh, between people, between ones. So the poorest of the poor, richest of the rich, there was no social group or class for the name. No social group. Okay, there is no middle state in India that time. No middle state. Next one is influenced Western. So Bernier has given his description, but many other philosophers like we have Karl Marx here, we have Montesquieu, are also influenced by his philosophies, by his writings. So we have here Montesquieu, for example, he said he used the account to develop in the idea of Oriental despotism, according to which rulers in Asia enjoyed absolute authority over their subjects who were kept in condition of subjugation and poverty, arguing that all land belonged to the king. In that time, all land belonged to the king. According to Montesquieu, full monarchy. We have Karl Marx as well. It was about Montesquieu. Now we have Karl Marx, a great sociologist. Karl Marx said he argued that in India, before colonialism, surplus was appropriated by a state. By state. This led to the emergence of society that was composed of large number of autonomous and egalitarian village community. Autonomous society we can write autonomous. So the imperial court presided over these village communities, respecting their autonomy as long as the flow of surplus was unimpeded. So this was regarded as a stagnant system. तो इसे क्या बोला गया? Stagnant system. Okay. Student, we have covered today a unique system of communication. Last day we discussed it. Today was Bernier and the degenerate East. Ideas of Bernier, Mughal India with contemporary Europe, the question of land ownership, private property, Indian society, and the influenced Western. Rest we will do tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do rural society, and next topic will be the a more complex social reality, artisans, camp towns, and many others. Thank you, students. God bless you.